Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so what is your understanding of the extent of shark finning in New Zealand?
Okay, I understand that New Zealand exports of shark fins to Asian countries is actually quite high. I also know that apparently we exported $4.5 million worth of shark fins last year, which is probably not a lot, but considering that we're top 20 of exporters to Asian countries, so relatively it's quite high. I understand that the shark fin industry is not an industry as such, but it's more like a bycatch industry. I don't think, well, there's no evidence that New Zealand fishermen actually go out and target sharks, because it's a lot more resource intensive to go out and target sharks. It's easier if you're a tuna fishery and catch sharks as a bycatch.
Yeah.
You're actually targeting a more lucrative market for tuna fishery, and because sharks are apex predators, they follow tuna schools around. So if you catch huge amounts of tuna, you tend to catch a lot of sharks as well.
Yeah.
And apparently 60% or 70% of shark fins that were exported came from the tuna fishery. Some of those bycatch species, the shark species, are caught, they have their fins cut off, and we're like, as a bonus sort of industry.
That's
So yeah,
sad.
yeah. So that's what's happening at the moment in New Zealand. But at the same time, there seems to be a lack of information about exactly how or to what extent this is going on. It's sort of second-hand information. It's still a little bit under the radar. And the Ministry of Primary Industry basically knows how much in total we export, but not exactly sort of where the information is coming from, where all this is. It majority of it is from commercial fisheries as bycatch, or people actually going out targeting sharks as well.
Okay. And so what is your personal opinion on the activity?
I think it's a silly idea. I think it's stupid. There's no need. I mean, look, there is a lot of, to be honest about it, just step back and just think about it. There's a lot of food is an important aspect of a lot of different cultures. And especially on the Asian continent, right from the Middle East all the way to Central East Asia, different cultures have different links with the types of food and what they perceive or believe the nutritional benefits it gives them. And a lot of these boutique sort of food, whether it's shark fins, whether it's sea cucumbers, whether it's live reef fish, whether it's other animals. A lot of it is sort of related to the belief that all these fish give you extra powers, especially from a male perspective.
Yes.
It's got a lot to do with male virility and increasing your manhood, all that sort of stuff, which is absolute nonsense. Whether it be Middle Eastern people, like from my ethnic group, thinking that eating bull testicles will make you more of a man, to eating live reef fish or sea cucumbers or shark fins gives you nutritional benefits that make you more virile. But I think it's a silly idea, and there's no sort of nutritional justification for it. And especially with shark fins, the fins actually give texture to the soup, and all the other supposed nutritional benefits come from 20, 30 different ingredients. So the fins themselves are just a textural taste. Yeah.
So that's why they're such delicacy, because of the just of the texture.
Yeah, and the delicacy is a cultural aspect. It's got a cultural aspect to it, and given the increased financial prowess of the Asian continent at the moment, so more people can afford these delicacies, and they're willing to pay more for it.
Yeah.
So there's a burgeoning, expanding market.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think that the public are aware of the extent of activity in New Zealand? Because no, I wasn't aware of it much till a couple of weeks ago.
Right. It's hard for me to say that. I'm a marine biologist. I'm exposed to all different aspects of marine science. So if you didn't just say that right now, I would say, yeah, I think so. But maybe for non-marine biologists or just the normal Joe public, they don't know.
Yeah.
And it's not only shark fins. There's a lot of other things going on. A lot of other boutique sort of food industries that people don't know anything about.
Yeah.
So I would say probably not. Probably not. Yeah.
Have you ever tried it, shark fin soup?
No, I haven't. I haven't tried any of the such. I've been around like people collecting shark fins or sea cucumbers or live fish, and I don't eat fish, but I haven't tried. I've looked into the claim, and the claim is that it's got a lot of nutritional benefits, but the shark fin itself only gives texture, and shark meat is actually quite dangerous anyway.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of heavy metals in it because they're predators and they eat other fish.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a urea sort of smelted because of ammonia in the skin or in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
These sharks osmoregulate through their flesh, and when they're killed, the enzymes turn that into sort of urea smelling. But that smell could be got rid of by soaking in alcohol or milk or liquids.
Yeah.
So shark meat itself is actually quite dangerous.
Oh. Do you think that one of the reasons that shark finning is still occurring is because of their man-eating reputation that they're known for? People are kind of maybe less sensitive to it?
I don't think so. I don't think that's got anything to do with it. I think this is a long-standing cultural thing, just like eating whale meat. Whether it's Scandinavian or Japanese cultures have a strong link with eating whale meat. It's just a cultural thing. That's what they believe. They've been practicing it for hundreds of years, and it's got nothing to do with their, who knows, what their real. I asked a lot of people about what the belief is, and you don't sort of get a clear answer. It's like, well, we've been doing it all this time.
Yeah.
It's just accepted cultural thing. I don't think they think, oh, these are bad animals and they kill a lot of people, so it's okay to kill them and eat them.
Yeah. Do you think that Greenpeace's efforts will prove effective and shark finning will be banned in New Zealand?
I noticed that Greenpeace and through other public awareness programs, the government is taking some notice.
Mm-hmm.
So they've put out a paper just last month, basically asking for feedback from the public.
Yeah.
So I hope so, and they're an important organisation, and they've got a big speaker. They've got that platform. So I hope so, yeah. But I don't think it would just be Greenpeace themselves. It's got to be a sort of holistic effort between different bigger and smaller organisations, and also the government getting involved and saying, all right, we allow New Zealand fishermen to cut the fins off 80 or 90 species of fish. We only have information on 2 or 3 of them in terms of their population structure. We need to know a lot more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hope so.